see, He is righteous. You and I, because of our law-breaking, are evil. Every one of us. You go down into some shady part of the city and find the prostitute and find the drug addict and find the worst of the worst. Pick them up. Look them square in the face. They're just a mirror of what you are. Apart from the grace of God, they are a mirror of you. You think Hitler is an anomaly? The only reason why you do not surpass Hitler in your evil is because God has restrained your evil by His common grace. Hitler's not an anomaly. He's one of us. And God, in His justice and in His righteous anger, burned against the whole lot of us. You say, well, I just don't believe. God is love, and I just don't think God gets angry, and I don't think. You don't think. What you think really doesn't matter. What the Bible says is what matters. And let me show you again your hypocrisy. Let's say you pick up a newspaper tomorrow and you find out that a man kidnapped a little girl 15 years ago and has held her in his basement for 15 years and done nothing but torture her every day of her life. You tell me you can pick up that paper and read it and be neutral about it? If you're neutral about it, you're immoral. You're just as immoral as the man who did that. Can you hear about the Holocaust and say, well, it's not that big a deal? Can you hear about slavery in America and not burn? Well, then you're immoral. You and I even reserve the right of righteous indignation when we hear about evil. We, even though we're fallen, even though we're sinful, when we hear about crimes that even go beyond our imagination, do we not burn within us anger? We can't stand what's being done. How much more a holy God, when He looks square at every sin and every wicked intention of your heart. But on the cross of Calvary, the sins of God's people, the guilt for that was heaped upon the Son. And God crushed His only begotten Son under the full force of His righteous indignation against our sin. And before Christ died, He cried out, "It is finished," which means He paid for it in full. Your crimes have been paid for by the very one who condemned you. And now God can be just and the justifier of the wicked because He Himself paid for their crimes. You see that?